Hey everyone, welcome back to Redbanditracing. In this video, we got some RC crawler upgrades, beadlocks, tires, and diff covers. We did do some stuff on my Jeep in preparation, so let's get into it and see what we got.
All right, for the base camp, we did get some new tires. These are RC four-wheel drive. They're about the same size, pretty sticky. See how those work. We also got some bead lockers from INJORA. She wanted the black ones to kind of match the car. And we got some brass diff covers. For the Power Wagon, we got the orange brass wheels. I think that'll look really good on the orange. We are going to keep the same tires because they are Pro-Line and these are already beadlocked. So I should be able to take these off and just transfer the tires over. Also got some INJORA diff covers.
All right, so for the Jeep, we also got the brass covers. We also got the same wheels Bandit got, but in gray. So this will look pretty good with the black. And I actually got some really big tires. And to put these on, I did raise the body by flipping a couple of the mounts for the bumper and the rear. So let's see how that goes. If you guys want to know how many screws it takes to do 4 tires, that many.
All right, so here we got the wheels that I'm putting on the Dodge Power Wagon. I got some of these done right here. You can check those out. I'm gonna show you guys how to put one on. 3-piece on, you got your ring here, you got your inner ring right here, and here's your spokes. So what we're gonna do first is we gotta put the inner ring in. Like that. You kind of want to, leave it over under the lip right there. Then we're going to take the spokes. We're going to put it in, pull the tire back just a little bit so it comes all the way through. Sorry for the yelling, there's kids playing outside. Now we're going to take this and we're going to put this over. So it sits like this. Okay, now we're going to get our ring. Just put our ring on top. Don't worry about the tire that's covering the holes. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna put the ring right on top. I'm gonna get ourselves a screw. I'm gonna get a bunch of them because we're gonna need a bunch of them. Do that right there. There, so we got one started. Now we're gonna go to the opposite side and we're gonna get another one started. So what we're gonna do here is, I'm gonna try and make sure this is on camera. That hole right down in there, you're gonna pull the tire back just enough to where you can get, you guys see right there? Just enough to where you can get to the threads. Tighten it down about halfway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this down just a little bit so you can see the threads. And you're just gonna go across from each other. Just like that. Make sure that's started. So it should look like that. Now we're gonna go on this side. You can kind of see right in there. You wanna make sure that the lip is pulled back. Right, just like that. So now we got them all started. Check the back. And you're gonna wanna pull it apart just like this, just to make sure that it's right at the bead of the tire. Perfect. Now the inside, do the same thing. You're gonna pull back just a little bit to make sure that the bead of the tire is right on there. You can use a socket. I just use a socket to lay it down and I kind of put this over it like that. I'm gonna go all the way around, starting these. Now I'm gonna put them down about halfway. I'm not gonna tighten them. I'm gonna thread them down halfway and then we're gonna go around and make sure that they're tight. All right, now those are all nice and tight. I went ahead and put all the rest in the center for the hex, and there we go. Now you can pull it right there, and you can tell these are really nice and on. These actually worked out really, really well. The tools you will be using for this, we do use this one. It's a 0.050 hex. I also have one through MIP, which I like a lot, but I do find for some reason this one fits a little bit better. They both work really well, but I like this one because this one has a rotating back end right here, so you can actually turn it a lot quicker. All right, these are the wheels that come on the Jeep Gladiator. Now these were not by any means easy to put on. They do not bead as well as you would think. So the INJORA tires, although great tires, on these Treal wheels, they do not go on the best. So it really depends on what tires you're putting on these cars is how they're gonna fit. So we're gonna put this in here. Just get it started. I'm gonna put this guy through the back. We're gonna put this over like we did the last one. Now we're gonna fit this guy in the back, just like that. Now, once it's all the way in, you're gonna press in and pull the bead back a little bit until you can see the ring from the bead of the tire. So that way we know it's in there right. Then we're gonna flip it over and then you're gonna have this side. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. Now this is where this tool gets in handy. You just gotta get a socket, put that down. That way it keeps the back pressed down while you do this. And we're going to rotate it 180. The main thing is taking your time. You really need to take your time with this. Here we go. Just use your tool, push that in a little bit. Now as you can see it, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. You can see the lip right there. There we go. Make sure you get a little bit of lip right there. There we go. That's what I want to see right there. You can kind of see the lip right around it, just like that. So let me get the rest of these in, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to tighten it down to make sure it seals. And there we go. Got that on there. As you guys can see, I mean, you can pull the bead away from it a little bit, but you have to pull kind of hard. I love the black and the bigger tires. This has got some really nice tread on it. This is gonna really, really be nice on that Gladiator. Let's go ahead and check out the diffs on the Power Wagon, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Let's go ahead and get this open. But first, let's go ahead and see what comes in the package. What you're gonna have is you're gonna have a front and a rear diff. Now these are the same front and back. All right, so there you go. That's what they look like. I picked these because I like the black with the gold trim. I think they look a little bit better than buying the ones that they kind of look like they're brass all the way around. So I think these just look a little bit better. Now you get all the hardware. Dump that out right here. Now if you guys are wondering, you guys are going to get a lot of extra screws for your wheels, as you can see right here. All these are going to come with the bearings. You're going to get brand new bearings, so pop those in. All right, got those in. Now you're going to have long screws and short screws, and I'm going to show you guys that when I take this apart. So all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and unscrew this. There's going to be 6 screws. All right, that's the last one. Pop that cover off. There, got the cover off and got that bearing in there. So you're going to save that bearing. We're not going to reuse it. We're just going to save it for a later time. But there's going to be a bracket up top here, right here. That bracket holds these other linkages on. So the longer screws have to go through there. So the long screws are on top, all the short ones are on the bottom. Now this does have a little bit of grease in it, but because I already have it open and you're not going to be, opening this up too often, I'm just going to put a little bit of grease in there so we don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to use some of my udder butter. That's really not much at all. Again, just going to use some of my udder butter from COWRC. Put that in. Let's go ahead and put our cover on. Now that bearing is going to fall out kind of easily, so you're going to want to kind of lay it in there. And you're going to want to press it. You're going to have to press it a little bit. That actually went in really smooth. Now, just a note, you don't have to use the chrome screws that came with it. You can use the black ones. I have noticed that these chrome ones, they don't fit perfectly in the tool. Like this one. There we go. Some of them just want to fight you. And there you go. That's nice and tight. That looks really nice. Now the front is a little bit different. You're gonna have that servo in the way, as you guys can see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to remove one of the links. So let's go ahead and get this top. Get the top pulled off so I can get down the link. We're gonna take one of these links off right there for the arm. Just be really careful with these screws. It does come with extra ones, so you don't have to worry about stripping them out. All right, hopefully you guys can see that. Pretty much it's the same thing, just once that arm's out of the way, it's gonna give you a little bit better access to these screws. So let me whip these screws off real quick. We got those screws out, just pulling those out. Now, just note, when you pull that top one out, okay, that top one is actually holding in not just the servo, but it's also holding in that front drive shaft. So that might pop out. So once you get that off, just be really mindful about how you're taking this off, because it might pop off on you. So we're gonna do it just like this. Take a little screwdriver, pop this guy off. There we go. I don't think it really matters what kind of grease you have, because it's really not moving that fast, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. So now we're gonna get this, put our cover back on, get this guy out of the way. All right, got that arm back on. That's actually looking really, really good. Yeah, there you go. That looks really cool. Let's go and throw the wheels on, get them all set up, and let's take them out and see what they look like.
right, so you have, I'm guessing, the lightest car. Actually, almost the heaviest of those wheels, the bounciest suspension.
Oh, that bothers me so much. That needs to be fixed for sure.
It also bothers our editors.
Yeah, you guys are all smooth and like, you know, and then here I am looking like I don't know what I'm doing. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. But it was fun. The determination I have to get from point A to point B is like outrageous. I just want to, it's very different than bashing. Bashing, I'm like, go full speed, go like, kind of like Crash, but without all the crashes. Just go full speed, do whatever, and whatever happens, happens. But with this, I'm like very tedious. I gotta go slow. I wanna make it up the slippery slope. Super fun. It's actually super fun. So I'm excited to see where the rest of this goes.
All right, so that'll do it for the upgrades. They all look great. What we did to Purple Leaders, she got the really nice wheels. These are the INJORAs.
Yeah.
And the tires are same tires, right? No, they're different tires.
We got RC all-wheel drive
RC
tires.
all-wheel drive. So these actually worked out pretty good. The diffs look good, front and rear. She doesn't like the bounciness, so we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. Maybe take the springs out or put the double barrels in it. We're gonna figure that out. As far as the Power Wagon goes, I really like the way the wheels came out. The Pro lines fit these Treal brass wheels, really nice. Front and rear diffs, just like hers.
All right, so Jeep Gladiator got a lot taller. We got really big wheels on here with the Treal Beadlocks. It all handled good. All I think I need is longer shocks because I don't have a lot of travel anymore.
As you can see from the wheels, yes, you have the biggest wheels.
So I wasn't the tallest truck until now because how much I had to raise it.
Oh, you raise it a lot.
Yeah.
And she's got the littlest wheels, but as far as weight goes,
I think it's the heaviest.
These wheels were the heavy. These were like 48 grams.
Yeah, the Beadlock.
Yeah, this really helped raising the back end by swapping it out, and then raising the front really lifted it. So I think that came out right. Came out nice.
All right, so next upgrade is maybe longer shocks for all three. I don't know if you need longer shocks.
I'd say just do them on all because it'll help it with the crawling, but the double barrels are definitely going to be probably the last upgrade. I don't really see upgrade this too much.
We do got servos to upgrade.
Yeah, I want to see how long they last before they fail, and then we're going to put them in, but we do have them.
All right, so to address the comments one more time, we are not turning into a crawler channel. This is just another thing we're doing, and we aren't going to take up Saturday slots, so this is going to be a new upload schedule, so we aren't taking away our bashing videos from you guys, so you guys don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, this is fun. I really enjoy this, but I'd rather go bash my X-Max and then go enjoy this later because there's less cleanup, there's less things to break, and it's a little less stress.
This just takes a paper towel to clean off pretty much.
Yeah, just wipe it off and we're good to go. All right, so like I said, we're not going to do a whole lot of upgrades, but if you guys recommend anything, let us know because we do have season 3 of RC Crawler Clash, if that's what we're going to call it, but we're going to have like 6 people, maybe even 7 crawling. So that might be kind of interesting, might be kind of fun.
RCCC. That doesn't sound good, but it's what it's going to be called. If you guys haven't heard already, we do have a Patreon. If you guys want to go support our Patreon, go check the link in the description. Everything that goes into our Patreon comes back into the channel. So if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys next video.